A lot has transpired since the world, I guess, has last seen me on a mainstream platform. I've been doing quite a bit. I actually went back to school a little bit. I took some film editing classes, so now I can shoot my own videos and edit them myself. I've also pioneered a lot of youth initiatives in my city of Newark, New Jersey. One of them focusing on literacy, called Lyrics Matter, which is a foundation that I created. Another one is also called the Creative Arts and Sciences, which teaches kids digital media, editing, audio engineering. Another one of my initiatives, which is the biggest one to date, is called New Jersey Dance Network, for kids to come sing, dance, put on plays, different things that they can do to utilize their talent.
Hi, it's Jacki-O. I've been able to use the time that I haven't been in the spotlight of the industry to write. And I started writing my books. Right now, I just finished a book. It's a self-help book for women. It's a book that'll help women regain their power. And I've been working with artists, doing music. I've been working on an album. And I've been connecting with my family. And outside of all of that, I go to school.
I've been working on music, doing shows, and living life.
Peace, y'all. My name is Sa-Roc. Let's see. What have I been up to this year? Performing at the Universal Zulu Nation's 40th anniversary celebration. That was incredible, amazing. Performing on the stage with greats, having greats in the audience, listening and hearing, seeing me perform my craft. Also participating in a video relief project with a couple of other dope MCs called Beats, Rhymes, and Relief, helping young people get off the streets and get knowledge of self. I've also been a part of a tour with Professor Griff of Public Enemy called the Books and Beats Tour. That has been dope and amazing as well. I released an album called Babylon in December, and I'm working on a new project to be released in 2014. So it's been jam-packed, and I expect more to come this year.
I had 3 new battles with Queen of the Ring. I've also got new management. We're working on my new project, and I also host Forbes DVD every Wednesday and Posse TV.
I think the current state of hip hop is it's in a weird place, because while I'm all for the globalization of hip hop, it speaks to the whole world. It speaks to all races, creeds, colors of folks. I feel strongly about the origin of hip hop, and that was to inform and empower inner city youth. I think that a lot of the music that's being released on a mainstream level does not really send the most positive messages to the community, and that is something that I worry about. I know there are positive and conscious artists that exist, and not that people necessarily feel like getting preached to all the time either, but I do feel that there should be some balance and some variation, and unfortunately the powers that be are not letting that happen. So we're getting a oversaturation of a lot of detrimental messages in music.
The current state of hip hop has deteriorated quite a bit. When you've had artists that have lyrics like, I wake up in the morning and I ask myself, is life worth living? Should I blast myself? I'm sick of being poor, and even worse, I'm black. My stomach hurts and I'm looking for a purse to snatch. Those are lyrics. Those are lyrics. And nowadays you hear, a lot of these artists, they aren't giving enough thought when it comes to what they're saying and their ability to touch the world. You have a chance to touch the world, and they aren't doing that. And a lot of the tracks that are being used is doing most of the work. So how do I feel about the current state of hip hop? I say it's good and bad. That was the bad side. The good side about it is that the music is still being sold. So if the music is still being sold, even though the lyrics have deteriorated, that says a lot about us as consumers. It's good and bad. And I guess that's the world that we're living in. We as consumers are buying into it. So, hey, that's what I feel about the current state of hip hop. I have good and bad thoughts about it.
Well, it's 2 sides to that question, because I think that right now you're able to be with yourself more. You're able to merge with rock and R&B and pop and do all the rest of the stuff. You're able to put melodies and all that in your songs. But then I think that people get a pass with that because you're able to say a bunch of bull that don't mean nothing and get away with it. So it's a coin. It's a coin toss.
I think hip hop is currently going through a midlife crisis. 39 years old, not quite midlife, but definitely trying to discern and decide where it wants to be, what it wants to say. And right now, it's been being exploited and commodified to such an extent that true artistry is being sacrificed. And that's never been what hip hop has been about. Hip hop has always been about showcasing the four facets, you know, b-boying, MCing, DJing, graffiti. We only get one facet, and not even that, because it's hardly no MCs out here. It's always been about being the voice of the people, and that's the whole voice. Unfortunately, right now, hip-hop's voice is extremely one-dimensional. You know, we only hear about drugs, violence, and sex. That's it. And if you're not talking about those things, you're not going to get airtime. If you're not bringing in money, and the money is currently being brought in by the dumbed-down lyrics, you're not getting no airtime. And unfortunately, women get the short end of the stick when it comes to that. We've been discriminated against in the industry. And if you dare to have a voice outside of that one-dimensional message that hip hop is currently promoting, you definitely ain't gonna get no airtime.
I feel hip hop is in a great state as of now because it's like you could be so versatile. It's like not so hardcore right now. It's like you could be pop, you could be hip hop, you could be R&B. It's like it doesn't matter as long as you're actually feeling what you're doing and the fans like it. You could just keep going and do you. You can be whoever you want to be. I think hip hop is in a great place.
First of all, let me say that I support any and all females in this business because it is not easy to be a woman in hip hop. This is definitely a male-dominated sport, and you know, the least bit of success that you achieve as a woman definitely deserves a pat on the back. I feel that, you know, nowadays there is a tendency to over-sexualize women in hip hop. Some of the powers that be are kind of pressing this prototype on a lot of the up-and-coming females, and it's almost like, well, if I don't want to shake my ass, if I want to just speak positive or, you know, just speak real, I'm going to be considered underground. I'm going to be, you know, stuck on the internet. I'm not going to be able to be all over the place in mainstream, and it is a tough fight. It definitely takes discipline. You have to stick to your guns. You have to know the type of artist you want to be and what you plan to accomplish while you're in the game. And I think as long as you are aware of, you know, what your arc, what your repertoire is going to be and what you want to stand for, I think the only thing to do is to do it. We can't sit back and cry about who's getting more airplay than who and why do I have to take off my clothes if I want to be placid on television. It's just one of those things that happens, I guess, in every field of entertainment. So salute to all the females that are out there. Again, I wish there were more variety. You know, there used to be once upon a time, and hopefully we'll see that again.
I don't really think a lot about the female rappers out today not being funny. I just don't because, again, like I said before, when you give thought to other females that are in the business, you tend to take bits and pieces of their work, and if you sit there and you listen and you watch and you constantly on these chicks, like you unintentionally you take little bits and pieces of their work, and it tends to sound like them, and nobody needs duplicates. You know, everybody needs to be original, and it's only a few of us. It's no reason why we should, you know, have to duplicate what somebody else is doing. You can bring your originality to the game. So I don't say that with malicious intent when I say I don't listen. I just say that with sincere humbleness that I just don't listen because in respect to their craft and their talent, they deserve to be original. I acknowledge that they're there. Don't get it twisted. I do acknowledge that female rappers are there. I just don't sit and I don't watch and I don't listen to everything that they're doing. The ones that I've heard so far, they are talented. And I think you need to have a few characteristics when you're coming into the game. You definitely need, as a female artist coming into the game, you definitely need to be relentless. You need to be fearless, and you need to be strong. Those are three things that you definitely need when you're getting into this business, because the strength, I mean, it ain't for the meek. It ain't for the weak, and you definitely need to be strong.
All for the unity, the females. Even what I said with the state of hip hop, is some females that actually take time out to write their lyrics and take time to let it make sense, and those are the ones that I like.
I think it depends on the level you're talking about. I think that there are some dope underground, I hate the word underground, there are some dope independent female artists out there, from Rhapsody to Jean Grey to Narubi Selah to a host of others, named and unnamed. Forgive me if I haven't named someone. But the players on the main stage, I don't necessarily care for, because I think that the message that they're sending, again, is completely one-dimensional. We're not getting the full vision of what women in hip-hop represent. And part of that is on the rapper, part of that is on the label, and what they're pushing, what the radio stations are pushing, what the videos are pushing. But I think that women in hip hop have a lot more to say. We just need to get the exposure to be able to say it.
I feel like majority of the new female rappers that are out right now are not trying to be iconic. They're just trying to stay in their lane. They're not trying to be like a Queen Latifah.
I was always on the fence about reality TV. It's definitely entertaining, I will say that. But one of the things that worried me about reality TV, especially participating in one, was that I felt like the artists or the genuinely talented people that participated in these shows, or the people that had things going on, things usually backfired for them, whereas the ones who were just willing to be the most ratchet and show their ass the most were the celebrated participants. So I've always been on the fence with it. It's definitely entertaining.
I feel that reality TV can make or break a person. I think that when you talk on the lines of reality TV, it can definitely help a person, especially an artist. An artist needs television or a radio to propel his career. I think that when you are on a reality TV, it's important to let your fans see who you are, who you really are, because there are a lot of misconceptions about people, especially me. I've heard them all, what people think about me. I need people to know who I am and how hard I work as a female artist. So it's important for people to know who you are, what do you have going on, and I think that people shy away from reality TV. When people ask, would you do a reality TV show? I hear people saying, no, I'm not. I think that people are afraid of allowing people into their lives. Me, whether you like it or not, this is who I am. This is what I bring to the table. I mean, hopefully you hope people like who you are, but in reality, do I care? No, I really don't care, because I'm not going to change who I am. I'm happy being me.
Reality TV is TV, and like that's the world we live in. Reality TV ain't no more sitcoms or scripted stuff. It's just reality TV.
I think reality television can be a good platform to expose the talent of artists everywhere, from cooking to modeling to emceeing. I think that it has definitely been exploited by the talentless, and it has created almost this want for regular people to have their lives exposed on a daily basis. But if used in the correct way, it can offer a lens into the lives of people who have plenty to offer in terms of their story, in terms of their talent, and in terms of inspiration for other people who want to participate in those particular genres.
I love reality television. Reality television is a great outlet for up-and-coming artists, and it shows the viewers the struggle that we actually have to go through.
I'm gonna say Love and Hip Hop is probably my favorite reality show, with Mob Wives a close second, a strong second rather. Um, I don't know. It's just crazy how the world works. You know, once upon a time, I told myself I would never do reality TV, but here I am, and what can I say? Let's go. I'm down for the get down.
I've watched Real Housewives of Atlanta and I've watched Love and Hip Hop. I love the way Real Housewives of Atlanta portrays women because when you see people like Nene, you have to congratulate her on that ability to grow. And I think reality TV has definitely helped her do that. Giving respect to the show and her as a lady, I think that's needed. I think to have women being portrayed as strong, especially Black women, being portrayed as strong women, if that's who they are.
Yeah, I watch Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta and New York. I watch Basketball Wives. I watch pretty much a lot of reality TV because ain't nothing else on, but I do like reality TV. I watch R&B Divas, the one with Lil Mo and not that other one. The other one. I watch T.I. and Tiny sometimes. I watch that.
Some of my favorites would probably be Project Runway, Top Chef. I like a lot of the cooking shows. I have watched, some of the shows like Love and Hip Hop, the one in New York and the one in Atlanta. I have watched Real Housewives, different various states. But the ones I consistently watch are the Top Chefs and the Project Runways and things like that.
Yes, I watch Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta Housewives. I watch Bad Girls Club. I also watch, of course, Real World. Duh.
Really looking forward to doing this show with the other girls. I think it's been a long time coming. For years, people said, "Oh, why can't female rappers, do albums together? Why can't they do tours together?" And definitely a lot of tension between females. I think that's just human nature amongst us. But I'm really looking forward to doing the show. Sa-Roc, I'm not too familiar with. I did a little bit of research on her. She's a very pretty girl. I look forward to hearing some more of her stuff. Jacki, really? Gosh. Jacki-O is the homie, so I'm definitely looking forward to rocking with her. And, I'm looking forward to it. I don't have a problem with females. Like I said, I embrace my female counterparts, so I'm definitely, I'm definitely curious to see where this show goes, and also even like seasons to come, who will be the oncoming cast, etc. So we'll just see.
I've spoken to Rah Digga. She seems cool. She seems like a person that's passionate about the music, and that's something that we both have in common. The other females, I have not yet had a chance to speak with them. It's going to be real interesting seeing how well we connect and seeing how receptive the other girls are of each other, and seeing if we can actually make history and make some things happen. And I'm excited. I'm really excited about seeing how this plays out.
I feel good. Like I think that I'll be able to. People be able to feel me more than they did before, just through music. Like you'll get to see my personality. You'll get to see, you'll get a glimpse of my life and who I am and what I stand for, really.
I think it's crazy dope to be a part of this project, Hip Hop Prima Donnas, with these dope MCs. Like every MC offers like a different stage of hip hop. Rah Digga, she's definitely put in her work, producing hits with some of the industry's heavy hitters and releasing this dope music, and also branching out into film and being a powerful voice for women in hip hop. Jacki-O, you know, gritty, honest, coming out of Miami, you know, representing the hood, representing the people. So, and then me, you know, I'm fresh on the scene, the fresh fish, if you will, you know, and represent my own brand out of DC, representing conscious hip hop. So I think it's the perfect blend of women, and it's the perfect platform for us to tell our stories.
Feels great to be on Hip Hop Prima Donnas. This is a great opportunity, and I'm so proud and happy and honored to even be on a platform like this, to be, you know, even considered in the same subject of Rah Digga. She's an entrepreneur. She's a freaking icon.
You can definitely look forward to new music from me. Like I said, I'm always putting out music. I am working on new music right now. I actually have a few different projects lined up. You can look for a couple of things from me this year. Definitely an EP or two. Most likely a full-length album. And also, you can look forward to some, you know, some collaboration projects. There is a lot in the tuck from Rah Digga, so never count me out of the hip hop game.
Of course, you can look forward to not only new music but a new me. I've had time to revamp, brand myself with my books and other things other than the music. So you're gonna see a new grown up Jacki-O. You're gonna see new music. You're gonna see just a new person in general. And I'm really excited about being a part of the show, and I'm really excited about connecting with my fans.
I'm working on new music. I got an EP coming out called Beautiful Mess. You can get my mixtapes on that Piff. I'm working on mixtapes and writing R&B and pop, and you know that's what I do. I do music. I'm music. So yeah, definitely look out.
Yes, I'm about to release an album called Nebuchadnezzar. This is going to be my 10th album with legendary DJ producer Soul Messiah. I feel like I've gotten better and better with every album that I've released, so I'm really, really excited for y'all to see what I have to offer on Nebuchadnezzar. I got some dope collabs, some extremely amazing R&B vocals on there, so I can't wait for y'all to hear it.
Yes, I'm definitely have a couple of projects I'm working on as of now. My EP entitled Model Behavior, and I'm definitely getting back into the swing of things as a model.